Creative Women MiniCon 2015. It's October 3rd. Almost here. We know you guys are excited. We know you're going to be down here. You guys might remember Etta Jean from last year. She's here with new stuff to tell you about. We want to welcome back Etta Jean, who was here with us last year. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me back.
Of course. Now, last year you were able to make it down with us, and you had what at that time? How many books did you?
I had 3 with me at that time.
Okay.
I had a 2-book fantasy romance series. It's my Chronicle series. And I had the first book in my paranormal series, which was The Shaughnessy File. And
she has a new book that she's going to tell us about in a little bit. But let's go into those real quick. Tell us about the romance series. What is the name of these?
Okay. They're both series are romance series. But the first one, the 2-book series, is the Chronicle series. It's Chronicle of Destiny and Chronicle of Summer. And they take place on another world where a race has been persecuted for over 2,000 years. At the time the story starts, there is only one living member left, and she is literally fighting for her right to survive because the world kind of wants her dead.
Okay.
So that kind of is where I leave off in the first book. The second book picks up following her journey as well as the journey of some others who may have survived. And it comes down to, as is my way, epic world battle, saving the world,
There's nothing
romance.
wrong with a little bit of that thrown in there.
It's the best way to do it. And
So,
of course it has a happy ending.
You've got 2 books. Is that the entire story, or are you going to have more set in that world?
That is the entire series, which is much to the dismay of many fans who have prodded me to write more. I will only write more if the characters tell me to write more. But for now, that is the end of the series.
You know, that's fair. You've got other things to tell. There's other things that they can immerse themselves in for you.
Correct.
So, I mean, you guys don't want her to force it, because then it might feel that way. Let her do it in her own time if it ever happens.
We all know authors who have turned out books just for the sake of turning out books. Don't let me be one.
That's, yeah, please. So what's the other series, the paranormal?
The other series is my 3rd District series, and that is classic fairy tales with a modern twist. I have taken favorites. The Shaughnessy File specifically has Cinderella, the Dancing Princess, the Nightingale, and Beauty and the Beast. And it follows the adventures of one particular family, the Shaughnessy family, as they enter the magical 3rd District in New York City and find happy ever after.
Okay, and that's a standalone.
Actually, it is not.
It is not.
It is technically a standalone, but it is the first of a 5-book series. The District series has 5 books in it. The Carmichael File, which is the sequel, should hopefully be coming out next month.
There you go. You can check out Etta here on October 3rd. Check out the book, and you'll have something else to look forward to very, very soon. But for all of you who have already met her, who have the chance to be at some of her signings, she's got something special here that's going to be new for a lot of you.
It is. I have with me, it was intended to be a standalone, and it does stand alone, but it has inspired a series, so there will be more in this world. I thought to myself one day, what if angels were another species? What if they were not religious in overtone? It was just another race on another world. And there came my lightlings. Shadow on the Sea is a relatively short read for me. Let's be honest, I'm known for being mouthy. And it follows the adventures of Mytenna. She is a lightling. She is actually the princess of one of the kingdoms, and she follows her adventures from birth all the way up to discovering what her destiny is, where she belongs, and maybe destroying some evil along the way.
All right, well, that sounds good. Show them the cover one more time. This will be here, you guys, October 3rd. I assume you'll be bringing your other books as well.
I will be bringing the others with me.
So it's a great day to come down, meet Etta Jean, talk to her, all of the other ladies that will be down here, and just check it all out. So when did you start writing?
Oh, boy. I think I would have to say when I was 14.
Okay.
There's a funny story behind this. I have always loved reading. I've been reading since I was 3. I started early. Never was a writer, never wanted to write, hated writing, loathed it with a passion. Had a teacher who would not give up on me, and she basically said, write this or you're going to flunk this class. And
That'll do it.
It was writing a short story using my weekly spelling words, and the words were quiche, cliche, those kind of words. I wrote this short, dinky little stupid story called The Quiche Cliche.
Okay.
It was a little detective story. You've heard of gateway drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of mine.
That was it.
That
right
was
there.
mine. And that just propelled me. I followed a relatively typical trend, I think. I've written fan fiction. That's how I cut my teeth. And it eventually led me to all of these worlds and characters that have always been in my mind. I've always had a huge imagination. They finally started coming out, and I finally started developing the skill to bring them out. That really has been the big thing for me. I have stories from years and years ago that are getting a second life now. I would not show them to anybody in their original form. But as I have matured, they have matured, and they've become so much better. So,
Nice. So these are some of those things you may actually see come to light. They just won't be in anywhere near what they started out.
No, I always jokingly say I used to write happy fluffy bunnies because that was it. It was all happiness and light and starshine, and that's not life. So once I learned to kind of tap into that darker side, where I started delving into the epics that I loved and started letting my characters, well, frankly, suffer to make them stronger, it became so much better.
Okay, well, you guys have plenty to look forward to. So since that day of 14, you've been writing ever since.
I have been writing ever since. I affectionately call it an addiction because I can't not write. When I'm in the zone of writing, when the story is coming out of me, the world goes away. I'll forget to eat. I'll forget to sleep. I mean, I can't stop until it's done. And then when I finish the story, I'm basically crashing. It's like coming off an adrenaline high or a caffeine high, and it's just, I can't string two words together properly.
Okay.
So it's a roller coaster. It's a great roller coaster.
Well, you love doing it. So this is something
it.
that you're really passionate about.
It is a big
and that's
passion.
just one small side effect to
it is.
the
It's a side effect I'm willing to pay.
Okay. Well, you guys come down October 3rd. Check out what All That Sacrifice has brought to paper. Come down and say hi to all of us, all of the ladies. And there will be everything from writers, artists, sculptors, painters, just a little bit of everything. It's a day to mark on your calendar, and we will see you all there. And thank you for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you on October 3rd.
Awesome.